Hello! Today I've got a different kind of video for you. We're over halfway through the month and I was feeling a little burned out in card making this morning, so I decided to just sit down and do a little watercoloring. I love practicing my coloring using the watercolor prints from Suzy Plantamura for Simon Says Stamp. Pretty much every month there's a new package of prints in varying themes and designs. They're printed on watercolor paper, but you can easily use Copics, other markers, or colored pencils to color them. Today's video doesn't really have a voiceover. As I get started here, I'll share my watercolor setup. Generally, I tape whatever I'm working on to a hard surface like this clipboard. I like to use the back of the clipboard to angle it for a more hand-friendly position. I'm using silver black velvet paintbrushes and a Da Vinci Cosmotop brush. Then I have 2 cups of water for rinsing my paintbrush and picking up clean water. I'm using my Mijello Mission Gold Watercolors that I've panned in a palette, and I have a dropper bottle to add water to the pans. I've also taken the packaging for a set of Hero Arts Infinity dies and added a piece of white cardstock inside to create a reusable palette, and I have a baby wipe there for easy cleanup. Finally, I pull up a few photos of the flower I'm trying to paint and use them for reference as I work. I am by no means a watercolor expert. In fact, I consider my watercoloring to be one of the weakest aspects of my card making. However, someone recently emailed me and asked if I'd do a watercoloring video. Honestly, there are so many more people I'd recommend you watch before me. Emily Midget is one, Debbie Hughes, Kelly Latavola, or Christina Werner. They all come to mind, and I'll link their channels in the YouTube description below. But there are a few tips I can pass along that I've learned over the years. There are definitely still things that I work on, but hopefully they'll be helpful to those of you who are just starting out. When I start painting, I look for the areas that should be in the shadows and try to concentrate the darkest colors there. Then I use a clean, damp brush to blend into that area and spread the color to the rest of the petal. One thing I struggle with when I watercolor is allowing things to dry and realizing that layers are important. I'm not the most patient person and I like to do things in one step, so reminding myself that I can go back and add more color is something I really struggle with. Also, my other problem when I watercolor is remembering to leave white space. Often when you look at a photograph of a flower or an animal, there's a lighter area where the light touches the object, and it's important to leave that white space in your painting to give it a little depth and dimension. Often you'll notice that I fake it with a white gel pen, but ideally you'd keep that in mind as you're working. So again, not much of a tutorial here, as much as a relaxing morning spent watercoloring. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer as best as I can. And if you have any tips for me, also please feel free to share. I love learning as much as I can. I'll be back tomorrow with a card featuring another exclusive Stamptember collaboration set, and I really can't wait to share it with you. And that's it! You can find links to my blog and all of the products I used in the YouTube description below. And if you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up so YouTube knows you'd like to see more from me. Thanks so much for watching, have a wonderful day, and happy Stamptember! Bye!